So, good morning, students. I hope I am audible.
Yes, sir. Good
Yes,
morning.
sir. Good morning, sir.
Okay. So, today we will learn few more commands or more tools in your AutoCAD software. Okay. So, in the last class, we have finished those 6 drawings, 2D drawings. Okay. So, means the basic tools that is required to draw any 2D figure. Now that is clear to all of you. Okay. If you have practiced it, you might have faced some problem. If you have not practiced it, you must not be having any issue. Okay. So I hope you are trying to get the setup at your home and install your AutoCAD software and get it friendly with it. So today what we will see few more diagrams. Let me share the screen. Share the screen. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So on your screen, you can see 2 figures are there. Okay. So this is the first drawing and this is your second drawing. This is isometric view or orthographic view?
Orthographic.
Once again, think and tell me the answer. Whether this is isometric or orthographic.
Isometric, sir.
Can you justify?
The readings are in out parallel, sir.
Okay. In basic difference is in your isometric, you will see or the figure will be a 3-dimensional view. Okay.
Yes.
And when it is orthographic, you have to draw the front view, top view, side view. If you are able to recall what we have discussed in our first or second classes. Okay. So whenever there is front view specified, reference line, then top view, okay, that is your orthographic projection. This word, whenever it is coming orthographic, it should be in your mind that different views will be drawn, like front view, top view, side view. If you have 3D geometry like this, what you are able to see on your computer screen, this is your isometric view. Okay. So today, my target is to teach you how to draw the orthographic projection. Earlier you have drawn using your pencil, okay, on your paper. Today we will draw this orthographic projection as well as isometric projection on your AutoCAD software, using AutoCAD software. Okay. So let's start with this basic drawing. Number of participants is 41. Okay. Related to previous classes, if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Then I will go ahead what I have told to you.
Sir, in
Sir,
previous classes we did uh, 2D diagrams, now, sir.
uh, who is telling 1139?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, tell me.
Sir, in previous classes we did six. I think 5 programs on 2D
6.
diagrams, no, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Actually, present we don't have any laptop, so what we have to write it in running notes, sir. We have to draw it in running notes.
Actually, for any software, I'm telling you, not only for this subject. Okay, very good question. Uh, Not only for this subject, wherever you are learning or going through any subject dealing with some software training, okay, the only final objective, there should be some final objective now. At the end of this course, you should learn this thing. So at
Yeah.
the end of this course, what my objective and what your objective, you should be able to draw something on AutoCAD software. Now you tell me, if you will write some notes, then you will be able to draw, or if you will practice, then you will be able to draw.
By practice only we will draw, sir.
By practice only. Okay. So I always suggest my students to do as much practice as you can. But now the situation is some of the students don't have their desktop computers or laptops. Okay. So as as in earlier class, I has told you that during this BTech course, this computer is very much necessary for all of you. Okay, in different subjects, in different form, you will need this computer or laptop, whatever. So if possible, try to buy your desktop computer. If your budget is low, try to buy laptop if you have fine budget. This is the only solution, because you cannot practice it on mobile phone. Anyhow, I have given you one link, one web link, in which you need not to install any software. Directly it will open in your browser and you can draw it. But that I have seen, all the functionalities are not there. That is just a basic interface. Okay.
Yes.
So am I able to satisfy your question?
Yes, sir. Can we have any mobile application, sir, regarding to AutoCAD?
In one web application in last week, I think I have sent you one link on your WhatsApp group, GDM WhatsApp group. But the problem is some disturb some disturbing noise is coming. Mute yourself. 1018. What you are doing? Yeah. So one web application I have sent you on your WhatsApp group last week, but I have seen that all the functionalities are not there. Anyhow, you try to draw on that mobile application until you are not able to buy your computer. Okay.
Okay, sir.
AutoCAD mobile app.
AutoCAD mobile app. That link I have shared to you. Directly it will open on your browser and you can start working on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Uh,
Thank you, sir.
anyone who has tried to draw those figures, those who are having system, just give me 1 minute. Okay. Just yes. So we will start with this basic figure that you can see on your screen. Okay. So first we will draw the orthographic projection. Orthographic projection means we will draw its front view, top view, and side view. Okay. So our focus will be on front and top view only for time being. Then I will tell you how to draw the 3D representation of this object in 2D plane, means your isometric view. So let's start with this 2D figure. First, we are using the units command. You can write the running notes, okay, so that whenever you will find the system, or maybe in batch wise, if labs are organized in the campus, then you can quick revision and it will be helpful. You can see your running notes and you can draw on the system. So here first I will make the precision as 0 and units I will make millimeters. Click OK. So units I have changed. Limits, if you want to create, you can create limits. The left corner will be 0, 0, and the right corner we will make 297 comma 210. Okay, so limits also we have defined. Now we will use zoom command, Z enter, A enter. So our figure has disappeared, or it is looking very small at this location. So what I will do, I will bring this object so that I can see this clearly. This much. Okay. So now the figure is clearly visible. I will draw one rectangle. Okay. So for rectangle, either we can go through this command option here on the top. You can see one tab is there, that is your rectangular. You can draw using this icon. You can click over this. It will be asking you to specify the first corner point. Okay, you need to specify the first corner point. Uh, let's keep it as 0, 0, our origin, because I want to just draw that margin outside box. Okay, for this I am using this rectangle, and the right corner on this side I want to keep it as our limit size, A4 paper size, 297 comma 210. Press enter. So this is our box. Okay, if you remember what we were doing, let me keep it like this so that I can move this object out of this box. Okay. Now, if you remember, for drawing the orthographic projection, we normally start with one of the student has written, some of us went for NCC selection. Did you upload the last class in Canvas? Yes, you need to check it. All the recordings I am uploading on your Canvas. Okay. So you can see topic wise, everything is uploaded. Okay. So I will draw the reference line here. That will be, you can say, the line of partition above which you will be having your front view, below which you will be having your top view. So let's draw. For that, we need line command L. When I will press L, you can see here on the screen, L line is there. Press enter. Specify the first point. Now, I want to draw the line from the midpoint of this side. Midpoint of this side. So how I will detect the midpoint? I will bring my cursor on this line and you will see some green color, two triangles are visible. Now I will go on the upside, wherever the midpoint will be there, it will be single triangle. Yeah, you can see, and it is highlighted that this is the midpoint. Okay, one more thing, this is one way, or we can say dynamic allocation method. I don't know how to dynamically allocate. So in that situation, I have to type mid in the command line. Okay, mid in the command line and press enter. Now it will ask me for which line you are asking the midpoint. Wherever line you will bring your cursor, it will show that this is the midpoint. See, I brought my cursor on this line, it is showing that this is the midpoint. I want the midpoint of this line, it is showing that this is the midpoint. Okay, this is the midpoint. Okay, once again, I will show you how I did this. So for that, as I told you, I will go for line command, Line, press enter. Then I need to draw with the midpoint. So first thing, I can just drag my cursor and see where I am getting this triangle. This is one way, dynamic allocation. Okay, another one is I will type mid in the command line, MID. You can see in the command line I have written MID mid.
Sunsilk.
Please mute yourself. Okay. So I have written the mid, and then you have to press enter. Once I have written that mid, then on whatever the line I will bring my cursor, it will show me with a green triangle that this is my midpoint. Okay. So I will draw it from this end. I need horizontal line. So for getting a horizontal line, which option I have to go for? Here you can see that I can draw a line at any angle. Okay. But I want to draw horizontal line. Can anyone tell me which option I have to click?
Ortho mode.
Ortho mode. Very good. Okay. So here at the bottom, you can see ortho mode is there. Okay. So this is the one way, or you can go for the shortcut. Okay. F8. Okay. So I will click here. Then you can see I can draw only horizontal or vertical lines. So I will connect the two midpoints, and this is my reference line. So since this is a reference line, so I will write X and Y. Okay. So how to write text? You have to click on this multi-line text. Then I will write here, then I will place it at our desired location. So this is my first corner, this is my second corner. Okay. I will specify the text height. By default, it is showing 0. If I'll write anything with text height 0, it will not be visible. So I will make it as 10. Okay. And I need to write X on one side. So X I have written, I will select this. I will click on this move. I will select the base point through which I want to move this, and then put off the ortho. Then it will be comfortable to move on any place. And this is my X location. Now same I want Y on this side. So what I will do, I will copy Control C from the keyboard, or you can go right click and copy selection. Come to the right hand side and go to paste. Do we have paste? Paste. So on this side, I want Y. So we can now edit it, double click it, and replace this X with your capital Y. Okay. So this XY is now your reference line. Okay. Now further, what I will do to draw one of its side view, I will bring one vertical line also. Okay. So let's bring one vertical line from the midpoint up to the bottom midpoint. Okay. This is my vertical location. So I will draw the front view here. So front view I will write. Again, I will copy this, the text Control C from my keyboard, Control V from my keyboard. This is the shortcut key. Why I am using this? Because I want to write here front view. Front view. It is looking a little bit bigger inside, so I will reduce the font size for this much as 8. Okay. So here I will place my front view and just copy this front view. Control C from the keyboard, Control V from the keyboard, place it here. Here our top view will become top view. So I will write top view. So now one more question I want to ask, that here our top view is below your reference and front view is above your reference line. Can you tell me which angle of projection method we are using? First angle projection method or third angle projection method?
First.
First angle projection
First
method.
angle.
Very good. So I will write here on the top, first angle projection method. We can extend this to make it in a single line. Now you can place it as per your choice if you want to make it the center location. Okay. So our now box is set up, and in this box we will first draw the front view. Okay. So we have already discussed that in front view, what are the surfaces that will be visible. So once again, a fast discussion I will do. Let me show you using this annotation. Okay, red in color, that in front view, this face will be visible. I'm just hatching it. If the observer is at this position, this is your observer. Okay, and you will be able to see this face. Okay, similarly, will you be able to see this one, this face in front view? No, you will not be able to see this face. So you will be able to see this one. Okay, similarly, you will be able to see this one. Okay, so these are the three faces that we can see from your front view. Is there any other face that we can see from the front view? No, we will not be able to see any other faces. Okay, so let's draw this in your front view. What is the dimension of this line? It is showing 104. Okay, let me see whether we can draw here 104 line or not. So go for line command. I will start from this location. I want to draw it from this location. I want a horizontal line of length 104. Yes, it is coming up to here. So we can draw this object in this first quadrant box. Okay. Now, in above side, what is the height? Height is 48. You can see this in your this isometric view. Let me enlarge this so that it will be visible to everyone. Okay. Okay. Now I think it is clearly visible to everyone. Now, I will move this line. So here we will draw the front view. Now this portion, the height, this line we will draw, and it is of 48. So let's take a line. The first point will be this one. I need to go in vertically positive direction of length 48. Okay. Now again, in horizontal direction, how much I need to move? I need to move how much? Can anyone tell me?
24.
24. Yes, I need to move 24. Again, in the downward side, 16 plus 16, 32. So I need to move 32. Again on this side, 104. Please mute yourself. Okay. So on this side, we need to move 104 minus 24. Okay. So it will be 8080. Now you can close it. This is the L shape that we have drawn. Now we need to draw these two rectangles of length. It will be your 80 and height will be your 16. So let's draw it. Or we can use your offset command. Okay. So you can use your offset command. What is the offset distance you can give? 16 you can give the offset distance. What object I want to offset? I want to offset this one. I want to offset this one. Okay. So see how to use different commands at different positions. Now you can join two lines. So this is the front view. Okay. Now if you want to bring this to the center of this box, you can select this entire object. Okay. With window selection. Now you click on this move, select the base point from where you want to move, switch off the ortho mode and place it wherever you want. Suppose here you want to place it. Yeah. Now it is at the center. Okay. Now we will draw the top view. So in top view, what are the faces we will be able to see? We will be able to see this top L surface. Let me hatch this. When we are looking this object from the top, we will be able to see these three faces. Any other faces? Can you be able to see that? No, you will not be able to see any other faces. Okay. So once you have drawn your front view, the next thing is you need to draw your line of projection. Okay, we will project all the points. So for line of projection, I will use X line. X line is nothing but line of infinite length. You can see in the command line, the command is X line. Okay, X line, difference between line command and X line is the line is having finite distance or finite length. Okay, whereas in your X line, the length is infinite. So I have gone for X line. It is asking me whether you want horizontal line, vertical line, some angular or whatever. So you can directly go like this. Suppose see here, I have to draw a line starting from this point because I want to project this point. So from here, you can switch on the ortho to get vertical lines. Yeah. This is my first X line. I need to project this point also. Okay, wait. This is the error. Yeah. No, this is our first X line. Okay. So I will change the color of this X line to make some differentiation between your normal continuous line and other lines. So which color do you want? I will make it some light color. Okay. So this cyan color I have taken for your line of projection. Now what I will do, I will copy this and I will paste this select the object. Here two lines are there. It is showing. Delete one line. Yeah. Control C and Control V. Now it is asking for the insertion point. So from here I want, it's not working. copy the selection, copy the base point, copy the selection, copy the base point, and I want the projection of this point, and I want the projection of this point. Okay, so any other point that I need to project vertically in downward direction, no other lines are there. Okay, but we need this projection lines starting from this point only, so you can trim the upper part. Okay, so go for trim command, trim command, press enter, select this object, press enter. Now you can click on the lines that is not required. Yeah, so you will get this projection lines just in below direction only. Okay, now see, I'm going to draw the top view. Easily we can start from this location. Since we have drawn this projection, so no need to go for length also. Okay, we know that this will come up to here. Okay, anyhow, if you want to go with distance, you can go in that way also. 104, press enter, it will go up to this point. Okay, now in downward side, how much length do we need to come?
72.
72, very good. 72, press enter. Okay, now again you have to complete this box. Oh, it is crossing your top view and you can close it. Let me come out of this and I will move this little bit above because it is colliding with our top view text. Okay, I will deselect this two lines, vertical lines, because I want to move only that box. Okay, now click on this move, select the base point and move it little bit above. Yeah, this is okay. Okay, so now this is your top view. Now what is this distance? This side, oh, annotations have been misplaced. This is your 24. This is your 24. You can see here. This is 24. The L shape is here. Okay. So we need to draw the L shape at this location, starting from 24 on this side. So let's offset this line. Okay. I will go for the command offset, press enter. It is asking for the offset distance. Here by default, if you will see, the previous value is 16 that you can see here. Okay, now we need 24. So I will type 24. Okay, then press enter. Select the object to offset, direction. Okay. Now we don't need this portion. So either you can trim this part, that is one way, or you can just drag and drop up to the location wherever you want it. This is one way. Okay, there are two ways. The one that I have used like stretching, using stretch you can increase the length and you can decompress it also. Okay, compress it also. So and the other way is using your trim command. So you can use your trim command also. That is one of the way. Select the baseline, press enter, select the line which you want to delete. Okay, these are the two lines that we want to delete. Now one more line we need here, and that is your line connecting this point to this point. So this is your top view. Now again, we need these projection lines up to here only. Okay, and for this line we need up to this point. Okay, so the rest of the points we will trim it. I'm going to trim select the base object, press enter. Now delete this one. delete this one. Okay. Now for this line, I need to delete after this point. So what I will do, I will select the base object as different, trim, select this as the base object, press enter and select this line. Okay. So now our top view and front view is drawn. You can see on your screen. Now how to draw the side view? We will see that. You can give the dimensions, as you all know how to give the dimensions now. So here you have the icon for your dimension. Click on that. Select the object, like you want to give the dimension from this point to this point. It is not visible as usual. So by default, it is very small. So we need to go for dim style.
Dim style.
Yes, dim style. You press enter. One window will open. You have to modify this. Modify this. Line color you can change. Make it, I'm going for green color. You can go for the color of your choice. Dimension line and extension line. This question can be asked in your Viva. Okay, keep this in your mind. What is the difference between your dimension line and what is extension line? So see here once again in the preview, if it is bilayer, see extension line means this white color lines, these are your extension line, and this green color containing that arrow, it is your dimension line. Okay, so you must know this. Arrow size, we will make it 3. Text height, you can go for 5 or 8. Here we will go for 5 because we have space constraint here. Then primary unit precision, I will make it as 0. Rest everything is fine. Press OK, close it. Now here you can see 104 is clearly visible. Now we can see this dimension 16 in your front view, but we will not be able to see this 24 in front view. So I will give the dimension here for your 16. This is your first dimension. This is also 16. And this is also 16. Okay. Now on this side, what is the distance here? Either you can show it at this location or you can show it at this location. Okay. So first, so this is your 24. This is your 24. And this is your 24. Okay. Now this portion we need to show. What is this location? This is your 24. And overall length is given by this location. Any dimension which is not shown here? Any dimension that is not shown here? 48 and 72. Okay. So 48, this height we can see here in your front view, 16 plus 16 plus 16, that is your 48. So we cannot give separate dimension like this, or it will be over constraint. Okay, but I have just shown here because to show you that this is your 48. Okay, likewise this 72 also, 24 plus 24 plus 24 is 72. So you can give here on this side or you may not give. Okay, so this is the complete dimensioning. Now we will see how to draw your side view. Okay, for this I need one line segment making an angle 90 plus 90, 180, then 45. 180 plus 45, how much it will be? 225. Am I correct? Yes. So go for line. Let's see how to draw. The first point at this location I want. Now switch off ortho because I want to draw some line with some angle. Okay. Now you can use your polar coordinate system if you remember how we are drawing from the origin. If I have to draw any line, suppose the length I want to keep, let's keep it as 150 um, at the rate. Do you remember the command line of polar coordinate system? At the rate, I forgot. Can anyone tell me for polar coordinate system? What was the command? Angle 100 I have taken. Let me make this as 150. 150 is the length and angle is 90 plus 90, 180 plus 45. So 225. Let's see whether we are able to draw that or not. Yeah, correct. So this is the line. This is our 90-degree. We know I want to draw the bisection line. Bisection line means dividing this angle into two equal halves. Okay. So here you can see it is crossing this part. So you can trim this or you can shorten this. So I will trim this. Okay. Now we need to draw the projection lines. Okay. So what I will do, I will draw a line. You can use your X line also. That is not a issue, but you need to trim so many things. So let's use X line. Okay. X line spelling you can see X line, XLINE, press enter. I want to draw horizontal lines passing through this point, this point, this point, and this point. These are my X lines. Okay, I will change the color of these lines. Projection line I am using this color. So likewise, I will change the color of all these projection lines. Right click, select those lines. Right click, go to properties. Okay, and in properties, you can select the color as per your choice. Now, projection line will just intersect this line, and after this line, it will go in vertical direction. So I need to trim these extra lines. I will select the baseline as this one, press enter, and then cut these lines. Okay. Now you can see those projection lines are, you can cut here. Okay. Like unnecessary lines on this side also we can trim it. Select this as your base object, press enter, and you can delete this part. You can delete this part. Here that box is coming. Do you know why? Because it is saying at that location, you have two lines. One is you can see here in this light blue color, and this is one is your in white color. So which one do you want to delete? It is asking me. Okay. So I will go for that light blue color. Again, here also the same. Okay. So now you can see projection lines are starting from this point and it is going up to your, the line having angle 225 from this reference plane. Now again, I want vertical lines. So go for X line. Now this time I want vertical lines. So here you have that option vertical. VER in the command line you can see. Second option. So click that vertical. Now specify the base points. Just from the point of intersection we need to draw, so you can zoom it and accurately you can place it at the point of intersection. Okay. We will cross check that whether all the points are exactly on the point of intersection or not. Yeah, that is fine. After doing this, you need to change the color of all these lines. Select the lines right click, click on properties. We are using this one for our projection lines. Okay. So now this is also, but we don't need besides this, below this. So trim this part. Let us close this. Command is trim. Select the base object, press enter, and then click the lines that we don't need. Okay. So this is how we can draw our projection lines. Okay. Now from this side also we need to bring our projection lines. Okay. From the front view. This we have taken the projection from top view. Now I want to draw the projection from front view. Go for X line. I want horizontal this time because I want to project these points. Okay. Now change the color. Select by pressing Shift key on your keyboard. Right click, click on properties, change the color, make it as per your requirement. Now, here we can delete the unwanted line. So I will go for trim command once again. I will select this as my baseline, press enter, and you can cut out the remaining portion. In the same way, you can select, click the above undesired lines also. This will be my baseline, press enter, and you can cut the unwanted portion. Okay. Now, on your side view, this will be left hand side view or right hand side view? Can anyone tell me?
Right.
This is coming to my left, so it is right hand side view. Okay. So I will copy this and I will paste on this side and I will write that this is my right hand side view. Okay. You can drag this to make it in one line. Okay. Click somewhere outside. Now, from right hand side, if you will look this, okay, see this, will you be able to see these lines? Let me draw using annotation, then you will be able to see this. I am talking about if we are looking right side means this is the observer, right side means from this side. From this side, if you will see, will you be able to see these lines? Yes or no?
No, sir.
No, we will not be able to see this line. So we have to make this line as dash line or hidden lines. Okay. So it's 10:52. I want to take a short break, or do you want to continue or short break? Tell me.
Break, sir.
Break,
Okay.
sir.
So again, we will start by 12 o'clock. Okay. So you can stay connected, just mute, and you can take some short break. So hello students, we are back, and I can see in the participants list there are some students who are showing with their name. So once again I am telling these are the same students last week also, Manoj Kumar and Sunappu Pavani. Okay, you will not get the attendance. You rename yourself with your roll number. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes. So we were discussing about how to draw the side view. Okay, let's start. I hope everyone has joined and they are now active. So let's see how to draw the side view. Okay, so let me close this annotation first. Okay, I will go to this line command, and I know that from this side, okay, we have one rectangle that will be your outer rectangle. So you can complete your rectangle first. Please mute yourself. Okay. Now you can see I have drawn the outer rectangle. After this, there will be steps. There will be steps like this. But they are not visible. They will be hidden. So you have to make it as dashed line. Okay. So before making that dashed line, I will cut this extra portion of this projection line. So I will use this trim command. I will pick this as our baseline, press enter, and then I will cut this portion. I will cut this portion, and I will cut this one also. Here again it is asking, here we have two lines. So which one to delete, the white color or this blue color? So I will select this blue color. Okay. Similarly, I will select this as my baseline, and I will cut these lines also. Okay. So this is my projection lines, and this is my side view, right hand side view. But again, we have to make these lines as hidden lines or dashed lines, because when we will see it from right hand side, this will not be visible. So for that, which command I have to use for changing the line? Line type, go to properties, and in properties here you have line type. But here by default only three line types are there: bilayer, biblock, and continuous. But we need dashed lines or hidden lines, so we have to upload that line first. Okay, so the command is line type. As you can see on your command line, line type. Okay, then press enter. Here you need to load. All the line types are now visible here. You can see we need dash lines. So I am selecting this one. Okay, dash and space for clear visibility. Let's check how it is looking. Select all those lines by pressing Shift key of your keyboard. Go to properties, line type, make it this one. Okay, now this is not clearly visible. We need to increase the scale, make it 5, and let's see whether it is visible or not. No, it is still not visible. I have zoomed it. Properties, line type is ACAD, make it 10. It is not visible with 10 also. Then there is something wrong. 0.5. Okay. I got it. What is the problem? We have selected the wrong line. So we need to go for another line type. Okay. Go for line type, load this normal dash. The first option we will load, close it. Then select the lines which we want to change their type. By pressing shift key, you can go for multiple selection. Go to properties, line type, change it to this one. Okay. And this one, first we'll make it with 1. It is not visible. 0.5. Now it is visible. This you can see is not dash lines. It is not clearly visible. Okay. Okay. Let me clear the annotations. Still it is not complete. So we need to delete this extra X lines or the projection lines that is on your right hand side. Okay. So we will delete it using your trim command. Select this as your baseline. This I want to select as baseline. Press enter. Now delete these lines. Okay. Now your drawing is clearly visible. All the views, front view, top view, and right hand side view. Okay. So we can, for better visibility, you can change the color of your main line. Okay. Here also we have 2 lines. So we can shorten this. Okay. Now you select all these lines, and what I will do, I will make it in red color. Red color will be outline of our drawing. Okay. Now right click, go to properties, go to color, and I want to make it red in color. Here we have one small segment that is not required. So I want to delete it. So this is red color is your main body line. Similarly, I will change the color on this side also. Right click, go to properties, go to color, make it red. Again, in top view also, I will change the color. Okay. So this is the entire diagram where you can see white color lines are showing you your margin lines. Red color line is showing you your outlines or your thick lines that you call in your engineering drawing.
Daddy.
Mute yourself. Okay. And this green color is representing your dimension lines, and this light blue color you can see here, it is your projection lines. Okay. So is this clear to everyone? Type yes sir in the chat box. Let me see how many of you are actively listening. Okay, so now the next step is our plotting. So we need to plot this figure. Okay, so what you have drawn, you have to go to file, you click on this plot, select the printer as PDF printer, paper size to A4, what you want to plot window, then you have to select here the window. Okay, so you can select this one or you can select this part also. Okay, so let me select this also so that it will be in the mind that what we have drawn here. Okay, center the plot, preview how it is looking. Let's see. Yes, so this was the question which is given to you to draw its orthographic projection. You have drawn this figure using first angle projection method. In this, you can see XY is your reference line. Above your reference line, your front view is there. Below your reference line, your top view is there. You have drawn this projection lines and you have projected the right view. So this is the summarization point. Now this is okay. So we will plot this and we will give the location to your working directory. You create a folder with your name. Okay. And in that you can save it. So this is my exercise. I will write. This is ortho. Okay. So I will give suffix as ortho dash exercise 1. Ortho exercise 1. Now save it. Okay. So this is what you will get. And you can take the printout of this. Okay. So this is our first exercise for today. Then we can draw this isometric view also. Okay. This we can see in some other class, but I want to show you here because I want to keep that diagram just below this. So let's try to draw this. Okay. This is very important. So all of you please pay attention. I want to draw this isometric view also. How to draw the 3D representation or the isometric view. Let's see whether we can combine both of them or not. I will move this. And place it over here. I'll just scale down a little bit. Okay. Now, again, I will move this from the base point up to this location. Yeah. Now, I will try to draw the isometric view at this location. Just delete this part. Okay. For that, one command is there. All of you, please pay attention. I need your attention. Okay. One command is there, ISO draft. Let me type that, ISO draft. As you can see it on your command line, okay, ISO DRAFT, ISO draft. ISO DRAFT. By default, you can see here, it is coming orthographic. Now we have other options also, isoplane left, isoplane top, isoplane right. So let's select any one of them and let's see how it is. Now you can see the symbol of cursor has changed. Earlier it was two cross lines with a rectangle at the center. All of them were white in color. Now here you can see the lines are cross. Okay. The color is green and red, vertical and horizontal, and they are at some angle. They are perpendicular, but earlier suppose you are watching the plane like this. If you are able to see on this video screen, now the plane is not tilted to show you the isometric view. Okay, so let's see. I will start with this line command, and you can see I can draw only on this plane only. Let me switch on the ortho. I can draw the rectangular on some plane like this. Any figure will be drawn on this plane also only. But suppose I have to go in depth side, means in the third coordinate axis. Okay, for that, what I have to do? For that, you can see I am just drawing anything, but it is only drawn on one plane. What if I want to change that plane? For that, one key is there, function key 5, F5. Let's see whether it is working here or not. F5, yeah. Now you can see I can draw on other plane also. Okay, this I am just drawing for your representation, visual representation, that you will be able to visualize how to change the plane, selection of plane. Okay, so this is how you can see that it is giving a view that the two planes are perpendicular. Now you can see the cursor also. Cursor has changed its orientation. Now watch carefully. I'm going to press F5 key, okay, continuously to show you how the cursor is changing its shape. See, F5. With F5, you can switch with different planes. Suppose you are working in X, Y, and Z coordinate. You can see on my fingers, X, Y, and Z. So we have three planes, XY plane, YZ plane, and XZ plane. So to switch on different planes, you need to press F5 key. Is it clear to everyone? Type clear, sir, in the chat box if it is clear to all of you. You can see still I am pressing F5 key to switch on different planes. Now we have three different planes in your Cartesian coordinate system: X plane, Y plane, and Z plane. Okay, so let's see how to draw this isometric drawing. So let me delete this entire line. How I will delete? So for that, I have to select this one and press delete key. Select the line and press delete key. Okay. Now we will start from this location. I will select this line. Okay. Initial point I want to keep on this. On this side, I want to move 104. Now in vertical direction, I want to move 48. Again on this side, 24. Come down, 16 plus 16, 32. And on this side, 24 minus 104, it is 80. And close this. Now again, I have to go in perpendicular plane. So I will press F5. Okay. Now see, my cursor is in this direction. What length I want to move? 72. In vertical direction, 48. Just I am giving the direction of the cursor and moving. Okay. I have given the direction on this side with my cursor, and the distance that I want to move is 24. Again in downward direction, I have to come 16. Again in this direction, 24. Below 16. And you can close this. Okay. Now this top portion is left. So again, I will change the cursor symbol. Start with this top corner. In this direction, I want to move 104. Let me bring that into the picture, and you need to connect this point. Okay. Now again, I will go for the another command, line command. I want to start from this location. In this direction, I want to move 104 minus 24, that is your 80. And I want to close this. Again, either you can go for offset command, but in offset it will ask on which plane. So you can go for copy command as well. Copy, select object, this object I want to copy. Okay, press enter. It will ask for the base point, select this as your base point and place it wherever you need this. Okay, so this is what I have done, and then you can connect those endpoints, but it is in different plane I need. So I will go for F5 to select the plane on which I have to work on. Okay, so this is the isometric drawing that was given in your problem statement. Okay, now I don't know whether we will be able to give the dimension in this isometric view or not. So let's check it out. Let's check it out. Go to dimension. Oh yes, I can give the dimension. I can give the dimension. Go to dimension. Oh, but it is only giving horizontal and vertical. So I will go to dim style. Dim style, go to modify, and here alternate primary unit fit text. Yeah, in text aligned with dimension line we will make, and let's see what changes it we are able to see aligned with dimension line. Press OK, close it, go to dimension. Oh, it is giving you only horizontal distance. It is not giving the inclined dimension. Give me 1 minute. I'm trying to figure it out. Yeah. Here we have one option just beside your dimension. You can see at my cursor. If we want to give aligned dimension, here is that option aligned. Okay. So this 75 I have given. Let's give for this as 48. Okay. Now in the front side, it is 104. This is your 24, and the 16 also we will show. This 16 we will show here, and this 16 also I will show. Okay, and 24 we have to show. So this is my 24. I want to go for this midpoint. Okay. Yeah, this is my midpoint, and this side again I want to go for mid. This is the another midpoint. Yeah. So this is your 24. So the entire dimensions we have given here. Is anything left? No, nothing is left. Okay, so now what I will do, we will bring these figures also in the picture. Now switch off this ortho and I will bring it at this location. Yeah. So this was the problem statement, and this we have drawn the orthographic projection, and this is your isometric view. So let's write here as orthographic view. Go for this. Now I want to escape out of this ISO draft. So again, press the command ISO draft. Go to orthographic. Now see, the sign of your cursor is changed. Again, it is white in color and it is vertical and horizontal. Okay. Now I want to write here orthographic projection. So I will just copy this, what I have on the top, and I will paste it at this location, and I will write this as orthographic projection, orthographic projection. Similarly, you can copy this, Control C and Control V. This is your isometric view. I'll make it to the center. Okay. So this is your isometric view. You can write your name, roll number before printing. This is very important, because how I will know that this belongs to whom? Name, you can write whatever is your name, and you can write your roll number. Okay. This is, now you can take the printout of this. For that, you can go Control P, CTRL plus P. The printer, you have to select this AutoCAD PDF. Paper size, we will select A4. This is our A4, 297, 210. What you want to plot? I want to plot this window that I'm going to select. Center the plot, preview it. So this is what I was looking to print. Okay, if you want to make it a little bit more beautiful, so you can create some margin also. So let's do it. Draw a rectangle. This is your first rectangle. You can make another rectangle. In between, if you want to put some hatching, so this is your hatch command. Hatch pattern, you can select it from here. Okay, angle you can specify, and everything you can make these things, and inside the geometry, this you can pick. Okay, so this is your, oh, this is, we have done our hatching also. Entire thing is, it is selecting. Let me select this only. Still everything. Oh, properties, it has taken like that. So this is the margin that we have drawn. Now you can go for your Control P. Go to a PDF printer, select the paper size 297, 210. What you want to plot? I want to plot some window. Where is that window? So select it from here up to here. Center the plot. Do not forget to check this button. Center the plot, then preview it. Yeah. So here you have your margin also. Now it is looking good. The red color is representing your orthographic projections. This is your isometric projection, and this is the question what is given to you. Now, suppose if I'll give you some different components, so can you draw ortho dash? I will keep here ortho and ISO. ISO. Exercise 1. Save. So this now you can take the printout and you can keep in your record book. This was the first drawing. Is it clear to everyone? You can type in the chat box, clear, sir. Then we will see the next problem. Okay, good to see that so many people are actively listening to this class. Now we will see the next drawing. Okay, for the first drawing, I was a little bit slow. In the second drawing, I will try to move a little bit fast. This is our drawing. Now you all know what are the steps. The time is 11:33. So we have around 20-minute times. Okay. So let's do it. We will draw, or let's take any simple object. Okay, any simple object. Suppose one box you have taken and there is one hole in it. Okay, so first what I will do, I will draw a simple 3D using your iso draft command. First I will draw this time your isometric view, and then I will ask you to draw its orthographic projection. So let's start. ISO draft, ISO plane left I am selecting. I will draw one box, switch on the ortho, height, let's keep it as the height as 25. Okay, it is going out of the screen. So using your scroll key of the mouse, you can bring it on your screen. The length of this box, you can keep it as 100. It is going out of screen. You can scroll it out to bring inside. The escape key, go for zoom command. And this is our line. Okay. Now complete this box below 25. Close this box. Okay. Now this, to complete this box, I need to change the plane. F5 key, press this side, keep it as 100. Okay. Height 25 height we have taken. Close this. Okay. Now on this side, $100 and close this. Okay. So this is the box representation. Suppose we have a box of thickness 25 unit and its dimension is 100 cross 100. Okay. Now I want to bring one block on this side. Okay. One square block on this side, one hole I want to sew here, and one block on the another side. Okay. So let's begin with one box. Go to the line command. I want to build one box of 25 dimension. Okay, one cube. 25 on this side, 25 on this side, 25 on this side, 25 on this side, and close it. Yeah, close it. Go for the line command. F5. I need vertical line up to this point. Now again in this direction, 25. And on this side also, from this point, this is not exactly vertical. I need a vertical line. Later on, I will trim it. And join these 2 points. There is something wrong with this point. Yeah. This side also, I need to bring this point at this location. Now one box, I have kept it on that side, but if I will place any box over there, we will not be able to see this line from after this point. So I will drag it. From this side also, I will not be able to see this point. I'll drag it. This line is also will not be visible. Now, is it looking like some cube is kept on that corner of dimension 25 unit? Okay. Similarly, you can make one box on all the 4 corners, okay, and make a hole on the center, at the center also, okay. So first, let's see how to make that central hole, okay. So this line is totally 100. If I want to make, find out the center point, first we have to find out the center point. So go for the line. I want to get the midpoint of this one and midpoint of this one also. So again, I will type mid in the command line. Okay. And then press enter. Okay. Okay. I have shortened this length. So midpoint is changed. So we have to go like this is our midpoint. Okay. And I'll trim it. If I'll press 2 times enter, then it will not ask for the base object when I'm using your trim command. Okay. Once again, I will show for this midpoint, and I have drawn a line with extra length. See, there are 2 ways to use the trim command. I have written the trim and I can press enter key once, only once. Okay, then it is asking select the object, base object. Then I have to specify the boundary line beyond which I want to delete. So I have specified this as the boundary line. Again, you have to press enter and you can cut the extra part. This is one way. Another way is I will go for Control Z, undo, so as to show you how to draw that line. Control Z. Yeah. Another way is type the trim command. Now 2 times enter you have to press. simultaneously, and directly you can delete the whatever the line you want to delete. Okay, so we have got our center line at this location. Okay, now I want to draw a square at this position. I want to show the square hole. Okay, so how I can represent it? So first, offset this line of 25. So one side it will be 12.5. Offset distance 12.5. This is my object on this side and on that side also. Okay, okay. Offset is working in different plane. So this is not going to work here. Okay, it will work. We will shorten it. Okay. Similarly, I will use this offset for this object also. So offset distance, I will keep it as 12.5. This one on this side and this one on this side. Okay. Now I will use trim. First, I need to come out of this trim offset. Trim 2 times enter now I will use, and directly I will cut whatever I don't need. Okay, this is what I was looking for a square hole in it. This extra part I will delete manually. Okay, so if we will see this, I need to delete this also and this also. If I'll see this hole, the depth portion also we have to show. To go for the line command, this is our initial point. Change the orientation of the plane. In below direction, I want to move 25. Okay, and again I have to change the plane. In this direction again, I want to come 25. Okay, so first I will complete your box. But this, if you will see carefully, the cut portion will not be visible beyond this line. Okay, so let's reduce it or trim it. We will use that trim command only. I will cut this portion. Similarly, one line will come in this direction also. So starting with this point in this direction, I will change the orientation. Length 25 I will keep, and I will trim the extra part. Yeah. So now this is representing one hole is there having the depth of 25. Okay. This is representing a hole is there because we will not be able to see the lines at this side and the line which is on this side. Okay, we will be only to see the face on these two perpendicular planes. Okay. Is that clear to all of you? Now you can draw this same box on the four corners. Okay, the same method we will use. Only thing we have to take care which line will be visible and which will not be visible. So start with this corner, change the orientation F5, 25 on this side again 25. Now change the orientation on this side your 25. Again change the orientation 25. Close this. Now come on to this side. Start from this portion, come on the downward direction 25. Again change the orientation on this side, go for 25, and above you close it. Now here also you will not be able to see this line besides this point. Okay, so what you will be able to see you will be able to see only this. Similarly, you can draw on this side also. Line 25, change the orientation, 25. F5 key I am using for changing the orientation. Keep this in your mind. In this direction again 25, in this direction 25, and close it. One line will be joining this from the vertical in downward direction. Press F5 from 25. This side again 25 and join it. Okay. So this line will also be visible up to this point only. Besides this, you will not be able to see that point. Okay. Similarly, on this corner also, I will draw it. 25, 25. Now change the plane on this side, 25. Change the plane, 25. Close it. Again, line from this corner in downward direction. Length is 25. And from this corner again 25. Now what you can observe here, this block will hide some portion of this cutoff portion. So we will delete those, or we will trim that part. We will not be able to see this, and this entire thing. So you need to delete this part also. Yeah. So this you can see that there is one box of dimension 100 cos 100. Its thickness is 25. On all its four corners, one cubical box is placed of dimension 25, 25, 25. At the center of the box, there is a hole of size 25, 25, 25. So this is the isometric view of one component. I have shown you how to draw or how to work in isometric mode, okay, or iso draft command. So that's all for today's class from my side. If you have to ask something, you can ask me. And if it is clear to all of you, then type clear sir in the chat box. I hope today also you have learned some new tools, new commands that will be enhancing your drawing skills using your AutoCAD software. Now we have our next class on Friday. Friday is probably 1st of January. So most probably it will be an holiday. I'm not sure. Okay. That will be clearly on your Thursday. By Thursday evening, it will be clear. Next class will be on next Tuesday, I think. So on that day, I will tell you, I will give you a few more examples of this orthographic projection and your isometric projection, how to draw the orthographic projection, how to draw its isometric component also. Okay, so that's all. So I'm going to end the meeting. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for listening patiently. Have a nice day.